much better way of preparing them.
On the flowers, you put them with that.
Yeah, and the flowers, they're soft enough that you can just put them right in the water for a minute. Again, don't use boiling water because the boiling water is so hot it'll cause the flavors to evaporate and just disappear into the air. And you want to cover your teapot or your mug while it seeps, just to keep everything in there. But after that, it makes a really nice blackberry and dewberry flavored tea. The berries are going to show up again in a little over a month from now. And obviously, they're very tasty, very popular, and all that. Very good thing. Okay. What? Yeah, sure. If someone wants to bring me blackberry cobbler,
What is this one?
What is what one?
This one.
Oh, okay. Ragweed.
Oh, that's the ragweed.
Okay, let's talk about ragweed for a second. This is the common ragweed, and this was actually cultivated up until about 5,000 years ago by the Native Americans. It produced, through selective breeding, they were able to get ragweed that had seeds almost the size of popcorn. And these seeds were very high in oil, and oil is calories, calories is life. They actually, from records that they can see, what's called kitchen bins, or the Native American junk piles, garbage piles. The earliest record is appearing over on the East Coast, and then it became a trade good and spread all across North America up into Alaska, down in Mexico, because it was it grew really well, it grew really thick, and it produced lots and lots of seeds, and the seeds, like I said, they're a really good source of calories. And so they just got used all across North America, up until about 5,000 years ago, 5 to 7,000 years ago. At that point, they stopped appearing in the kitchen bins. The working theory is they stopped cultivating it because they all became allergic to it. It's a wind-pollinated plant in the fall and in the spring now too. It puts out lots of pollen, and most people, if they get swamped with all this pollen, they develop allergies to it. So it's like they booby-trapped the continent knowing we were coming. So it's been a big problem ever since then. The other use medicinally, it was helped to treat nausea and upset stomachs and diarrhea, that sort of thing. But the way they would do it is they'd take the leaves and make a really heavy tea out of it, and then they'd lay the patient down and put a bunch of small, shallow cuts on their stomach and rub the tea into the cuts.
Oh.
Pepto-Bismol is so much better. Something to keep in mind. So, anyway, that's the ragweed.
Is it edible?
That's another of the blackberry. Yeah, that's not really edible, but another one we do have that's edible are the wild onions. So pass some of those around.
I saw you
Yeah.
say something about these.
There's a bunch of it back here.
Oh yeah, we got lots of. Okay, I want to point out there's wild onions. There's a bunch of wild onions. There's also 2 mimics to wild onions, and one is actually deadly. That's called the rain lily or trout lily, copper lily. The body of the lily looks the same, but it's really actually very easy to tell them apart. If you smash this, you can smell the onion smell. The rain lily, trout lily, it does not have an onion smell. It just smells green like grass.
So if it looks like an onion and smells like an
If it
onion.
looks like an onion and smells like an onion, it is an onion, you can eat it.
Okay.
If it looks like an onion, but it does not smell like an onion, don't eat it. Yeah. So you can...
I thought you wrote about one that looks like an onion, but it doesn't have the onion smell, and it just gave you upset stomach.
Yeah, and that's the crow's poison, and we'll see some farther in, and it's smaller. And most people